Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. I have not done this poll series in about 3 months, and so I just assumed that, like many things on the channel, it was going to take a back seat, and due to time constraints and interest, I just was going to have it die on the vine. But over 80% of people, when I asked my broadcast on Sunday when I got back from Texas if they would like to see the poll stay, said yes. So we are attempting, even though I'm auto-fighting while talking this, to answer who are the top 10 champions in MCOC for each class before we do the big final poll of all the classes, which is about as controversial as it gets, no matter how things go. Tonight, when we started doing this poll, Baron Zemo was number 3. It went Nick Fury, Kingpin, Baron Zemo. It is now Nick Fury, Kingpin, Valkyrie, Shang-Chi, Black Widow, Deadly Origin, Mole Man, Hitmonkey, Elsa Bloodstone, Crossbones, and Baron Zemo, who has fallen 7 spots. And the number one honorable mention from 3 months ago was Falcon, who is now beating soundly Baron Zemo in a head-to-head poll. Now, I do think, objectively speaking, this is a bit of overcorrection for the nerf that we didn't even get compensation for. I think once the smoke clears and we do another poll at the end of this year, Zemo will probably be back in the top 10. But for the moment, it is worth noting that he's fallen out of the top 10. And I do think part of it is voting against Kabam because they should have at least given rank down tickets, and they didn't. And now it's coming back to haunt them. But, man, it's really eye-opening that he has dropped out of the top 10. And when I looked at the top 20 champions of MCOC, he was an honorable mention for top 20 champions overall in the game. Now he's not even top 10 in his own class. And you look at Nick Fury last time was number 5 overall, and Kingpin was number 22, or 21. So that was the differences last time. By the way, Falcon has never been in the top 10, even though he's one of my favorite champions. Falcon is now rising in the poll. He is just about to jump Crossbones right now, and that is interesting. Okay. Well, I think Falcon has also aged like a fine wine, and that is awesome. By the way, we're going to darken the screen now, and we're going to show you the Excel spreadsheet that keeps track of all this information, because I am a proud nerd, and I am showing off the data. So let's bring this back. Hello, everybody. And see what happens. Brian says, when they fixed Mole Man, he still had so much utility. I don't think Baron has that. Well, clearly you are not the only person, my friend, in the community that thinks that. And I think right now it's just like a big middle finger to Kabam if you don't vote for Zemo, given what they did to him. But Bama's new life slogan, by the way, is Baron belongs. We are at a 50-50 poll between Falcon and Elsa through 34 votes. Please vote if you haven't. That is one of the first 50-50 polls we have had. Once it gets past 30 votes, and already is, if we get to about 5% difference, we will call it. But the voting has flipped it twice. And now, I was just about to call it, and then it went too close to call, and now it's like cycling between 8%, 4%, and 50-50. And then Elsa actually, Falcon was up by 8% 30 seconds ago, and now Elsa's up by 2%. So this is going to be one of those that half the community feels vindicated and half the community is super ticked off. Well, we just hit, okay, 4 to 5% for Elsa. If this holds, once we get to 50 votes, we'll call it. If it's within 2 to 3%, we'll let the poll stay open. Right now, it's 48 votes, 4% margin. So for those of you who are watching that have not exercised your free democratic right to vote, please do so now. Evan says Baron Zemo has a ton of utility. Non-contact hits, cleanse, permanent bleeds, disorient, decelerate, and that is just scratching the surface. So I am guessing that Evan is disgusted by the Zemo disrespect. Again, I think it'll be a course correction in a couple months, but it's not that surprising when you look at it through the lens of no rank down tickets. We were at a 50%. And, all right, well, I said the first person who gets to a 4% above 50 gets it. Elsa won by 4%. I think we could do that poll every day and get a different result. It's just what happened to be tonight. So that is interesting. Okay. I promise you all, I can't explain it, but when I type Hitmonkey... Let's see. Let me try this. Maybe I can do something else. Let's try this. It just doesn't want me to ask any more Hitmonkey polls. YouTube is literally blocking my ability to do this. I guess we can ask the next one then. Now we shall see if the Zemo hate is stopped by a different blade known as Blade. Starts off good for Zemo. Robin says once we get Morbius, Blade will make this list. I like that prediction. All right, Des, good idea. I will try that after this. And Zemo holds on to the 11th spot, which again is crazy low. All right, y'all. Let's see if that suggestion works. Yes. Okay, so if you're watching this live right now, HM stands for Hit Monkey. We were asking the number 7 versus the number 6 for some reason. Hit Monkey. I don't know if that was like a flagged phrase in the YouTube ID, and they thought I was asking some kind of like disrespectful animal poll or something, but that's what it is. Finman, good to see you. Also, Bama Boy looks so happy. His boy finally won. All right. Hit Monkey, somebody who's always been kind of criminally underrated in my poll series, is finally getting his due. He has risen from just inside the top 10 to now he is at worst going to be number 6. And let's see. Jeff, I need to write that down as a video topic too, because I've heard that from a lot of people lately. I just need to cover it. Also, Hitmonkey is not twice. I just need to move the cell out of the screen, and there you go. All right, right now we're asking Black Widow Deadly Origin versus Hitmonkey. I do think both are amazing champions. And Black Widow Deadly Origin holds on without much fanfare, and now it is time for the honorable mention category. Let's ask this one. Reaper Dragon, I did hear about that. It's very sad. I hear you, Jeff. So the most requested champion for this month to add to the polling was Kate Bishop. And so I promise those of you that Kate would be our last honorable mention request. And we'll see how the rest goes. But Kate Bishop just made mincemeat, and I mean literally mincemeat, of Blade. Okay, let's do this. All right. Right away, we're going to have a fun poll. So now, we've got to ask Kate Bishop versus Baron Zemo. Now, I have never used Kate Bishop, so as always, I can't give any info, but I don't vote in my own polls anyway, so I don't even know why I'm saying that. It's worth noting that we are just 20 likes away from 100, which we haven't hit 100 likes on this channel in, I don't know, a month. Art Pro is also here. I really like playing her character, probably my favorite to play in the skill class. Well, Kate just melted Zemo. There is as much love tonight for Kate Bishop as there is hate for what they've done to Baron Zemo. So I'm sorry, Zemo finally won a poll, hadn't, and then immediately lost the second one. All right, let's see how high she climbs. I love when there's a new champion that I haven't used, but the community's hyped up about. I learned just as much from these polls as anything anybody does with this information. By the way, Kate Bishop is now the top honorable mention and is going up against the number 10 spot. And holy cow, that was as fast as my prom hopes in high school were dashed. And yes, that was less than 30 seconds. Okay. I don't know how this is to watch back, but what I do know is that it's kind of fun to do live. There were people who just thought that Kate was going to dominate this poll series, and so far, those people have been proven 1,000% correct. And I would never have guessed that, so. Jason, I'd make more prom jokes, but nobody can dance to them. And just as fast as I can type in the poll at this point, people are really loving her. Okay. Kate continues to rise up the ranks live right in front of you. Now, Elsa does have a decent amount of support, but it's only about a third of the votes, and it's actually decreasing as more people choose to vote in the poll. You got to be fast if you want to vote in these polls because they're so lopsided right now that we are just instantly calling a winner. Okay, so let's move her up. Kate was out of the top 15 before this poll. Now the worst she can do is number 8. And this is why we do this. Because it's always changing. That's kind of the beauty of this game. You know, it's always evolving, always changing, and it's my job to try to keep up, even though that's a difficult job. Also, shout out to our honored student wall tonight, Bo Beardington, Scary 10, and Fast Penguin. Wow. Okay. Again, I cannot begin to even type the names before the polls are a resounding runaway. And remember, y'all, HM stands for Hit Monkey. HM stands for Hit Monkey. Hey, that's Carrie. Thank you for letting me know. And thank you for the support of the channel, as always. Okay. Wow. So we had some people commenting that Hit Monkey was for sure going to be worse than Kate Bishop. And all of those predictions are just straight accurate. All right, so this is where it starts to get a little interesting, I think, but maybe not. I've been wrong before. Be wrong again. All right. Oh. So, this is the second time. So YouTube has these weird poll filters that you don't know exist until you run into them. Black Widow Deadly Origin is BWDO. Kate Bishop is KB. So that is what I had to type to make this poll work. I also thought we would be done with this video in about 15 minutes, and it's now 16. So this will be the last thing we answer before we conclude this poll. Eats is Kate Bishop. Kate Bishop is KB. Black Widow Deadly Origin is BW. And that was a much closer poll than we have seen, but still, sorry thighs, but Black Widow Deadly Origin is out of the top 5. All right. Now we'll see where the top 5 goes. This has been so fascinating. I feel like I've learned so much from this. Bama, thank you. I listen to the people and I get out of the way. I think that's the best thing you can do as a content creator. Don't make it about yourself. Make it about your audience. All right, so by about the same margin, and I know this is always controversial, but Kate's moving up. All right, now we have a poll between the 2 female champion MVPs. By the way, this thumbnail is going to need a drastic change. Dez, I am sorry that your boy Shang-Chi, you feel like got disrespected, but he's still number 5 in the class. It's still really good. And y'all, that is where it ends. Valkyrie destroyed Kate after Kate, well, went from being off the map to number 4. So, in conclusion, and we will take this data to all the champions of all classes at the end of this polling week. Nick Fury 1, Kingpin 2, Valkyrie 3, Kate Bishop 4, Shang-Chi 5, Black Widow Deadly Origin 6, Hitmonkey 7, Mole Man 8, Elsa Bloodstone 9, Falcon 10, first 2 honorable mentions, Crossbones, and Baron Zemo. We will revisit this in about 3 months. In the meantime, it looks like we are good to go for this broadcast. Thanks again, Beardington, Escary 10, and Fast Penguin for the donations. Everybody else for hitting that like button. We will see you all for the next poll on Tuesday night. It will be, actually, I think I might be seeing Oppenheimer Tuesday night. So we're going to not have a broadcast on Tuesday night unless we do it early. I'll figure it out. Wednesday might be Tech Night. We'll see. It'll be literally explosive. Have a good one, y'all. Thanks for watching.